All
I'm
right.
good.
Hi, how are you, Steve? You are back again today. This is Diann Henry. I am hosting Finding the Spirits Inside. My brother, Steve Henry, is here, and he is the guide along that journey of finding the spirits inside each of us. Thank you, Steve. Good morning. How are you? Afternoon. How are you?
I'm kind of shook up because I like to talk,
Yes, you do.
you know, and you talking more than me. Say, hey, Steve, let me start, right? No, but really though, good morning, whatever time this is we are at this. But you know, everything in the world is the next step of something. Ain't nothing gonna fit in no other position. Because whenever something is done, it's like a scroll unrolling. It's printed out. It ain't never gonna be undone. So when you get it outside of you because it's already done, how you gonna turn it loose? The longer you keep it, that's all you see. It's outside of you. You got to add your thing to this ongoing stroll. But you didn't know it. But that's what I'm showing. This thing that I'm showing you, it ain't to fit you, Diann. It's coming by. But in this character of people, now the people who you've been hanging with, they can't see this. Because you have to see it by being on the inside of you in that spot. And that ain't in their character. You can't be where you want to be. You got to be on the, whatever you find, you got to find it inside of you. But once you get to it, that spirit of that person, what they see, you see it too. But if you don't come away from where you are right now, how you gonna see anything any different? Because it's got to keep unfolding. Because every time your eyes flash, blank or whatever you call it, it keep adding. It's going up in the count and counting down on how many more you got left. You know that, right? Every time you do anything, every time your heart beat, the same thing is happening. It's counting down, but you're on the outside with it. Everything inside of your skin is God. The whole thing inside there is the Holy Spirit, the WHOLLY. And when you find the Spirit to know the whole body, it's like playing a video game. You see it all. But if you don't come back inside where you can see it all, you got to stay in the window that you believe you in on the outside, where you can't see nothing. You out there in the light of the world, which is called darkness. But when it's lit up on the inside of you, you can see how to do everything. You can help anybody. Now, but you can't do nothing when you stuck outside of your skin. I can't come out there. Tyler Perry was out there with you all, struggling, praying, worshiping idols. Then he went inside of his skin and he's showing what he do from where. No way everybody else look at it because it comes from God inside. He draws the people to it. You can't make nothing for nobody. Everything is the next step in something. It's got to start and it's got to have a finish. And everything happened, it's printed right there forever. It can't ever change. How are you gonna go back and take the 2 out when you get up to 88 billion and 14? You can't, can you? Is it possible?
No.
The whole thing will fall if one caught, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't nothing change. So regardless of what it is, when you're on a journey, let's say we was on that number 2 graph, the spirit of truth, and you got on the alphabet. Okay, now all of them there. When you got to the alphabet, I mean, how am I gonna know why you didn't cross the alphabet? I'm just assuming that, well, they don't want to cross it, right? I know that the journey keep going. I have to keep going. Because anytime you start going on a journey, you know what that means, right? You're gonna stop. And when you stop, you think the stroll is gonna stop unfolding? The clock, every day, 24 hours or close to it. It's been going down that track. It's got so many, it's just like your heartbeat. It started beating one day. It's been going toward that other end ever since. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And it's gonna get there. The paradigm got to shift. And when it shifts and you caught outside, and all that stuff they sold you, they sold it to you on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Spirit of God inside of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
There ain't but two sides. So if you didn't know that there's only two sides, that should tell you where you are, right? Regardless to what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only inside of your skin and outside of your skin, and one of them is a sin. Everything is yours inside of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you ride with me right now in the gospel truth for Christ, and we go to Mars and look at the little robot, that's yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you turn this damn thing off, you can't take this part, this right here. How are you gonna take it somewhere? It's inside of you. It ain't out there with them. They can't see that. Whoever, anybody ears that go by right now, we in the same spot inside. But my spot gazillions of times down there. On the other side of Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos can't come down here because he's inside of him. How are you gonna see something outside of you? Is it possible?
Okay.
In order for you to see it, to know what it is, you got to see it. Okay. If you don't see the Chinese writing inside of you, you call that seeing what you'll be doing on the outside?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see how to swim on the inside of you, you're going to be able to know what you're looking at on the inside? On the outside? There's no way you can know what you're looking at. You don't know what it's saying. But when you can do it, in other words, when you do something, can't nobody tell you nothing about it. Anything moving at all, you're going to know it because you've done it. Let me give you an example. Now, my whole life, I've been trying to be one family member, friend, or something, and I'll tell you the result. Ain't that right? Me and you, we don't want to talk, remember? Okay, now. Well, anyway, so anyway, and I say, well, I have to do something. I asked him to do something. I know how to do it. Whatever I ask you to do, you don't see it, you don't do it. What can I do? But one day I say, well, when I come back up from down the bottom, I'm gonna come by you one day. And let me tell you what it does. I say, Diann, get me a Black Lives Matter, some Black Lives Matter mask. What happened? I ain't say no more about it. Went about my business. A week or so later, guess what I look? And a little bit later, Diann, I'll set you up a YouTube. I seen you on something with some jewelry. I said, set you up a YouTube thing, something like that. I ain't say no more about it. What'd you do? You set up a YouTube thing. Okay, then I need a little stand to put the phone in like I got it right here. And I ain't say no more about it. What'd you do? The thing popped up here, right? I say, Diann, we on that little Zoom thing, just like I see on that picture that time. What'd you do? I have no idea what you did. But you text me, there's a link right there. And we started doing this right here, right? Now, and I said, Diann, I'll show you how. And you can't, hold on, you still got it. Just leave away from this illusionist your mind. Who in the hell gonna take your car if you come inside here? This is the only other spot. To come in here, you come out of your car. Where your car gonna be when you come out? But if it's out there on the outside and you stay out there with it, can you come in here? Ain't no life out there. You got to come, once you come inside, you can look back out there, right? You can have them all. But you can't learn your way to the inside. Can't nobody learn nothing. You have to do what God has put inside of you. Anytime you learn something, where can it go? You got to learn it from somewhere. You can't be inside of you. You learned it outside of you. Pass by it, see it. Let the spirits use you on the inside. Everything was put there by a spirit. When you see it there, go leave it. You got it inside. It's the 2 + 2 = 4. Inside is the one that's true. Not the one outside. And every place you see it outside, it's always there. Can't nothing move. Can't nothing change. Just under the illusion that something can change, but it can't. Oh, and the Bible verse is going to be 11 John.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Is something else I'm supposed to do? Yeah, but like I say, it's just like the whole thing is like a video game. People are going everywhere. I have to keep it. Well, it's fun. I know one thing. Once Tyler Perry left from that side where you was and went on the other side, I bet you can't get him back. And if he hadn't left them all, if anything yours, when you go, it goes with you, right?
Yeah.
You close your eyes right now. Everything you can do in the timeline of right now, math, everything you got, see the colors, whatever you see. That's the only thing yours. Anything you got when you think it's mine and you got to remember back to it, it ain't yours. Anything you can do right now inside of you, if you close your eyes, all the things you see inside there is yours. But things you have to remember back outside, they ain't yours because they're outside. But you can be inside and come outside when you get ready. But if you get caught outside by the graveyard, you kind of fucked up. Ain't no way out from under it. You're gonna need to be somewhere that you can't see. Ain't nobody inside there but you. And you're in the dark. That one can't see me, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the thing was, I'm talking to the character, the people that just rising up above your character. But it's only in one character because you can't. You see how the people go behind what Trump and them say. They're the authoritarian character of the world, and about 10%. But they just taking the thing right here from y'all. Got y'all looking for that religious stuff. Y'all out there in the world. You got to come from out there in the world. They're not your enemy. They're just like you. You got led astray. You got everything for you. It's got to be found inside of your what? Skin or your house?
Inside your skin.
Your house got to be inside of your skin or that one you sitting in there. I guess that's where you at. Your house got to be inside of you.
Yes. You
the
know
house
the
of God.
I'm at.
Oh, I know this is about time. I just
need to really stop.
I got to use my time talking. We're gonna fight later.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that.
I've been meaning to fight somebody before I left the world.
I want to fight you anyway.
Anyway, let's get no, but no, the thing is, you those things you done, you the only one done them. You know how many people want to set up a thing with something? They ain't got a clue how. I don't know how to do it. But that's the house you build. Now I'm saying all that to say this. Seems to me like every time I come back over here, it's kind of wobbly. But I show you how everything works. And one thing you always can do, because it's the thing it's got its own life inside of it. Everything got its own life, just like the alphabet by now. You can't take nothing there or move it. But anytime you don't see what's next, I ain't there. I'm not inside of you, but right now in this spot right here, I can show it to you, right? So you can pick up the phone and say, hey, and I'll shoot, because you got to see it. I can't put it in there. You got to see it. You want to do, when you say I do something, what grade of school do you teach? I mean, how old do children be? Roughly.
I have 6 through 12. No, normally I teach 9 through 12, so about 14 to 17.
12. About 12.
Well, the ones that I normally teach are high school, 9 through 12. So that would be about 14 to 17.
You say 9 through 12 grade.
Mm-hmm.
How old are they talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, I said age about 14 to 18.
Well, you know how I show you this thing about, and I refer to it a lot. It's a parable. It said the man had the 2 sons, and that one was the doctor and was a lawyer. When he asked the one to do it, he do it. So if God inside of you and he do it from the inside, what is that telling you? But the other one say it. He said it outside. He didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? If you ask somebody to do something, remember, I ask you every time I ask you to do something on the thing, what happened? It comes step by step, and who did it? But I'm just figuring, he's supposed to go all the way to, I can just pick up and talk, and it could be big and glamorous. You got it. You don't want to do it. Once you see how things are done, you ask somebody to do something, and they do it. What that tell you? But I was just, the reason I asked about the children's age, I don't think you need to, if you get a family member, a friend or something, or somebody you knew before you in this thing, you better not be over about 12 years old. You'll be, because you can't go nowhere with it like that. But if you can get one around about 12, because once you show them, they takes it to go on, because it's a spirit inside of it, it's already there. But when you've been a long time going away from it, it seems hard to get back. You know, I know that. I've been with people all my life. But the ones I've seen that went along with me just talking and listening, they seen the spot inside, they see their own thing, they go do it. Then the other people who out there fussing, they'll say, but they didn't do nothing till they leave you. That's the way they saw it. But once somebody show you how to do something, what y'all look like doing together? You think two carpenters have a good time together at lunch or something? They both, what the hell? Two carpenters can't work together. Because you got to go on, one got to be leading the other. How you going to work with different people? How we going to see the same thing without one showing the other? Would that be possible? That means that we're not the carpenter. We just carpenter work doing the labor of it. Yeah, you know, I ain't no time where I am now. You have to let me know. I'll talk. I get to talking.
Oh, I'll let you know. You know I cut you off. You know I cut you off. I'm just telling you. You're right or wrong.
I don't want to piss you off before I beat you up. But you know, I'm tired of all that writing. But the thing is going. I can't change it. You know, the thing is just going along. You have to the clock don't stop. But I can go to anybody, any place, any spot, because it's inside of me. I enjoy it. But I like to go at it, get it over with, and move on. If you don't get it over with and move on, what happens? The thing unfolding now. Whenever you're doing something, if you don't go through it, now I can take you towards it, but you can't see it until the things we're doing right now, it's right now. Now, the other things you got to go back and come away from right now, because this is the spot that really need to grow. It's on the tape, ain't no excuse. You just can't spot about it. You got to get a running start. Because like the things put in the graphs here, I can refer to them. They're always going to be there. They explain themselves. And anyone who mocks y'all get to talk about them. Anyone who see it. So the thing will grow away from you out in the world to fit this. They can't see this. This is what they need to make, but shit, you got to know if the thing all fucked up and it's way bigger than you can imagine. It ain't fucked up. It's doing what it's going to do. You just don't see it. Because you're looking through your ears. You're not using your eyes. All the things you think you see, somebody told you. That's looking through your ears. That ain't what, damn, we all different. You see all these different things? We all do different things. Because we come from inside out. Ain't nothing inside of you like it is inside of nobody else. This is yours. And the things that's inside of anybody else, you find that same spirit inside of you. And once you find that algebra, it's always there, but you play hell trying to correct them without finding it, right? How you gonna not find the numbers and know them? That'd be impossible, right?
Sounds
but once you find them, if you stay there with them, where you gonna go?
Nowhere.
And if you leave them, what you gonna lose?
Nothing.
You don't go hunt no number every time one come by you from there on. You adopted me, I got you. That's 909, 2007. You don't have to, as you see them in your journey, when you have them, you fall in the water. You ain't got to think about none of that. You jump in the car, you ain't got to wonder what's next. It all just falls into place. That's all those things you got on the inside. That's the Spirit of God. It lives now. It's when you go outside of that, you can't do nothing because you be back then. Where can it go? Your car out there, where can it go?
Nowhere.
Hey, now, because you over here right now, you're going to lose your car.
Hope not.
But if you find out what's happening right here, other people know, you think your car going to fit you then?
Think my car gonna what?
Well, when Tyler Perry was in your shoes, he stepped to the inside of his skin. You think that same car fitted him then?
Oh,
The plane did a
probably
lot
not.
better. Okay, now, but if he stayed with that, could he have been living a life with the planes and jets and high rises?
Nope.
You got to leave away from, you got to follow the dream. It ain't got to be your dream. If you followed Michael Jackson's dream, that means you was in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see him sliding around here 12 years after he's dead. They're doing it all over the world. They follow his dream.
Don't dance. Don't dance.
You see these?
Whatever. Just don't dance.
But wait a minute. Shit. Like I say. But you know, everything you see, it's because it was brought out here, right?
2 minutes.
So you think anything brought out there is
Did you hear me?
supposed to be there? Huh?
2 minutes.
Let's don't talk at the same time. One of us got to shut up for the other to talk.
You finished? Thank you. 2 minutes.
Okay. But anyway, we need to advance this thing now. You know, you can talk about it. Like, anybody under 12 years old, you can show them anything. But close they get to that 16, because see, one thing about it, when you go out with anything at one speck out of step, where's it gonna go? You lose if you get the seven in the numbers and lose 1/16 between the 7 and the 8. Can you make it to the 8?
No.
Because you lost that 1/16, right?
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be no way to get there until that be found, right?
Correct.
So if one of the steps of the alphabet vowel and then you missed an out, can you do it?
No.
How can you? Because see, once that alphabet started out, it's the same alphabet, the same letters that you first find, which is the seed. They match together up there and they make that A-E-I-O-U sound. It's the same alphabet, right? A-E-I-O-U, they come from the same alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
You take those two and you same alphabet here and the alphabet there, and you match it together, and that's what makes the syllables, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
The same alphabet. You take that same alphabet with the alphabet, vowels, and syllables, and you make the word, right?
Yeah.
It's the same alphabet, and it continues on every time, getting further and further and further down that doctrine. We're using it now, going way down the road, right?
Yeah.
Every time you write a word, it's adding to your writing journey inside of you, right?
Okay. You're right.
You take a breath, is shorten that distance to the way you're gonna stop taking them, right?
That's
if
right.
If you stop taking them on not being in this area where I am now, you can't come in here with your window closed. You got your gift you're supposed to bring. It can't come twice. So when you don't bring it, your window closed in the next generation got to bring it. Because the things that way, they're way down here. Everything is at your fingertip right now. Everything you see is yours.
Okay, well, let's hear some from John 11 at this time. We'll be back later. All right.
I'm going, right?
Chapter 11. Now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, "This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby." Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard therefore that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Then after that he saith to his disciples, "Let us go into Judea again." His disciples say unto him, "Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again?" Jesus answered, "Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him." These things said he, and after that he saith unto them, "Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awake him out of sleep." Then said his disciples, "Lord, if he sleep, he shall do well." Howbeit Jesus spake of his death, but they thought that he had spoken of taking a rest and sleep. Then said Jesus unto them plainly, "Lazarus is dead, and I am glad for your sakes that I was not there, to the intent ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him." Then said Thomas, which is called Didymus, unto his fellow disciples, "Let us also go, that we may die with him." Then when Jesus came, he found that he had lain in the grave 4 days already. Now Bethany was nigh unto Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off. And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, went and met him. But Mary sat still in the house. Then said Martha unto Jesus, "Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it thee." Jesus saith unto her, "Thy brother shall rise again." Martha saith unto him, "I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day." Jesus said unto her, "I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this?" She saith unto him, "Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which should come into the world." And when she had so said, she went her way, and called Mary her sister secretly, saying, "The Master is come, and calleth for thee." As soon as she heard that, she arose quickly, and came unto him. Now Jesus was not yet come into the town, but was in that place where Martha met him. The Jews then which were with her in the house, and comforted her, when they saw Mary that she rose up hastily, and went out, followed her, saying, "She goeth unto the grave to weep there." Then when Mary was come where Jesus was, and saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying unto him, "Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died." When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping which came with her, he groaned in the spirit, and was troubled, and said, "Where have ye laid him?" They said unto him, "Lord, come and see." Jesus wept. Then said the Jews, "Behold how he loved him." And some of them said, "Could not this man which opened the eyes of the blind have caused that even this man should not have died?" Jesus therefore, again groaning in himself, cometh to the grave. It was a cave, and a stone lay upon it. Jesus said, "Take ye away the stone." Martha, the sister of him that was dead, saith unto him, "Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he hath been dead 4 days." Jesus saith unto her, "Said I not unto thee, that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of God?" Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. And Jesus lifted up his eyes, and said, "Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. And I knew that thou hearest me always. But because of the people which stand by I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me." And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth." And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin. Jesus saith unto them, Loose him, and let him go." Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Jesus did believed on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Jesus had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, "What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation." And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, "Ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus should die for that nation, and not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad." Then from that day forth they took counsel together for to put him to death. Jesus therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near to the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples. And the Jews' Passover was nigh at hand, and many went out of the country up to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. Then sought they for Jesus, and spake among themselves as they stood in the temple, "What think ye, that he will not come to the feast?" Now both the chief priests and the Pharisees had given a commandment, that if any man knew where he was, he should show it, that they might take him.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you again. Talk to you again soon.